Good evening, sir.
Good evening. In which class do you study?
Class 7th.
Yeah, class 7, yes. So today we have Aryan also is there, and you are there, and who else? Pankajji is there. So in class 7, what do you study in science?
Sir, I'm in chapter science में मैं भी
Mm-hmm.
chapter 17. No, I think no.
No,
Sorry.
what is it that you have learned in class 7 in science?
Sir, I'm learning class 7th about biology. मैम biology पढ़ा रही है तो biology
Oh,
पढ़ रहे हैं
Rajiv ji,
अभी.
namaskar.
Good evening, Rajivji.
Uh,
Please unmute. Rajivji, you are on.
Yes. Hello.
Yeah.
Namaskar. Namaskar, Mallik ji. Hello, everyone.
So Rajiv ji, केहन छल ओहिठाम के अथी दिवाली ई सब?
अरे बहुत ही बढ़िया, यहाँ बहुत अच्छा है। और यहाँ पर सिर्फ दिवाली ही नहीं, आज गोवर्धन पूजा और अन्नकूट के एक बहुत बड़ा चीज यहाँ पर स्वामीनारायण मंदिर में
हाँ,
गोवर्धन पूजा भी बहुत भव्य।
अच्छा।
हाँ, गोवर्धन पूजा भैया दूजा छठ के पूरा तैयारी चल रहा है। कद्दू भात खरना सब पूरा अलग अलग 6 अलग अलग जगह पर हम लोग घर से बिल्कुल पास में 6 जगह पर हो रहा है।
So that's very nice actually.
हाँ,
The Americans must be told what is the significance of Chhat Puja. Means it
yes,
is worshipping of the sun. There is no other religion which has this function, worshipping the sun.
yes.
That too, the rising sun and the setting sun.
Correct.
That's very interesting actually.
They're really curious, right? I've seen that when we do go for Oregon, the swimming pool, and a lot of people are there, different clothes and all those stuff, right? They will go on their roof to see what is going on. There will be a lot of crowd. You will see all Americans like what they are doing in swimming pool.
I remember once in San Francisco, I went there and they did not allow me to enter because they said there is so much crowd. Now you cannot get in. And I said, what is the problem with the crowd? They are there. They said, no, this crowd, American police was there. He said, this crowd, they will start using fireworks. So if you are there,
Yeah,
it will be nuisance.
correct. Yeah. Yes.
And really, they didn't allow me. Then I went the next morning. Then I told a few people there, few Maithils there, that this is what happened. So from the next year, they started arranging some pass or something like that. So you take a pass and then you get in. And that is what they are. More than 2,000 people
Yes.
in Fremont. In Fremont, I saw. A lot of people were singing Maithili songs and things like that. It was a
Yes. Yeah. Radha Sinha's song like Chhat Geet is really
yes.
Dasara Diwali Mela, like we had a big gathering, approx 20,000 people in a stadium. And the Texas governor was also there. Like we had also Ravan Bad and all everything.
Okay.
So
That's nice.
and big stadium. Yeah. It was on October 26th in Sugarland area, nearby Houston.
Oh. So
All
what
different kinds of tradition.
what do they ask about this? No, but this
So
is
now
the,
everybody know about Diwali. Like in Pennsylvania state, it's official holiday now. Diwali.
Mhm.
They also Diwali stamps. Texas, few community, right? For few counties over here also allowed fireworks on 31st and 1st of November. Officially announced that you can go for fireworks. Usually they don't allow. Like only you can do on July 4th and 31st December. So it was especially it was announced.
But what do the questions these American people ask about it regarding the Chhat Puja?
Chhat Puja, they don't know much, but they have the curiosity. But Diwali, everybody knows. Janmashtami, they know very well.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, Janmashtami because of ISKCON, right? In ISKCON, there will be like 15
Yeah,
to
yeah.
20,000 people in that temple, and all. Yeah, they also know Dandiya and Garba.
Oh,
In my daughter's college, in Carnegie Mellon, they are celebrating in big way. The Dandiya and then Diwali. Yesterday they had a Diwali celebration in the college, in the university.
yeah. Yeah, here in Kolkata, if you go to Mayapur, you find that there are more foreigners in the celebrations there than Indians there.
Yes.
Mayapur is just 3 hours drive from here.
Yes. Yeah, they're big ISKCON temple, right? Like this,
Yeah.
they have it. I went to ISKCON temple, the first ISKCON temple when in Pennsylvania. It's in 1,200 acres. They have
It's bigger
yeah,
than
they have,
Mayapur then. Yeah.
yeah, it's like big. There are 5 big gausalas also.
Oh,
Like
yeah. That
hundreds
is,
of people are there also to stay there. That was the first temple where Prabhupada ji actually did the samadhi. So there's a palace of gold. That's what they say. It's one of tourist attraction. Lot of things are. See the Sadhguru, uh, Jaggi ji Maharaj. He is getting 22,000 acres of land in Tennessee. 22,000 acres. Can you imagine, right?
oh, that's very nice actually. But actually, the Americans also need to be told that this Chhat is a celebration of the worshipping of the sun.
Yes.
And in true sense, the sun is even in a scientific way, the sun is we are all surviving because of the sun.
Yeah.
We derive energy from sun. Everything, our life is based on the sun actually.
Yeah. So I have a great idea then. And I send you the Biharika's link.
Yeah,
So if
yeah,
we can,
I saw that. I saw that.
yes, if we can take that an article for Chhat Puja and then sun.
Yeah. But do
I
you
think
want
that's a
it
great
in English or in Maithili?
English, Hindi, Mathili, not like, but English or Hindi.
Achha, okay, okay. I will. What is the last date for that?
Uh, Maybe I'm looking from 15th of December.
Okay, then I have time. Achha, okay, then I'll try to send one something.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And we have Om Prakash ji also. How are you celebrating?
Yes, sir. Chhath Puja is our emotion. So, sir, I think, sir, I think, sir, Kunti, she is the first time do the Chhath Puja in the Dwapar Yuga. I think so. I have heard something. Some person is telling about it. Yeah. But my emotion is a very emotion guys. I'm so about for Chhath Puja because my childhood. I was 10 years. Then I left my village. So, so a picture is stable, a constant picture. Then I moved to Rajasthan, and in Rajasthan area, is no anyone encourage the Chhat Puja. Right now, many Biharis established there, so held the Chhat Puja in Rajasthan. But 88, 89, 94 till now, they are not celebrated properly Chhat Puja. So our only the single our family celebrate the Chhat Puja. So every Rajasthani see us, they are the laughing. Why you are standing in the water? What are you doing in the evening time and morning time? What are you doing? So it was strangely seeing that right now that this is a global festival Chhat Puja. So everyone is knowing that when we bring the thakwa in my company, so I'm telling him this is thakwa. Okay, thakwa, what is it? Please give me. When he eaten that thakwa, then he's like, oh, what is this here? This thesis is very different. Yes, this is a Takwa. Okay, okay. So they have know the Takwa and Chat Puja. They many person is knowing right now. The Chat Puja is the global, so they are knowing. Previously, 20 years ago, I will tell my company, so I want to leave to go for my village to Chhat Puja. So why you are doing Chhat Puja? Diwali happen, and then after the Diwali, which festival is coming? Chhat Puja. What is the Chhat Puja? They have not knowing about it right now. Everyone, mostly person is knowing that. Yes, sir.
So Aryan, what do you think is the importance of sun in our life?
Sir, I think sun is the most important part of our life because of it we exist here. Like plants do the photosynthesis, etc. But if the sun was not here, we will be not here also.
Why do you say so? Why do you say so?
Sir, because when to sustain life, we need life is the sun.
No. In what way? In what way we are dependent on sun?
Sir, like energy, etc.
Energy and what else? Etc. means what?
Sir, because of that only we got into existence. Because of protoplanetary disk, I think so. Around the uh, what, our young star, when it was forming, our sun was forming, it had a protoplanetary disk around it, which made the other planets like Jupiter, Saturn, and Earth, etc.
Yeah. So what you are saying is that the energy that we get is from sun.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but sun rays can be dangerous too, isn't it?
Yes, because I think so. It has gamma rays, high energy waves like X-rays, gamma rays, which can be harmful for our eyes and skin, etc. But
Right.
we developed a ozone layer which protect us from these harmful rays around billions of years ago.
Yeah, that is true. Yes. So do you know how do we get these light rays from the sun? Where from the light rays come?
Sir, when two atoms like hydrogen and helium collide, they form a heavier particle, and that heavier particle, if combined with the mass of both, will be lesser because some of that part is converted into energy.
Yeah, what form of energy? Those are mostly gamma rays.
Yes, yes.
But we get light rays from sun. Where from it comes?
Sir, I think so. Around every 10,000 of there is one gamma ray wave. I think so. This is the ratio, but gamma rays are not common. I think so.
Yeah, so just now you said that when two atoms they collide, they fuse and they produce ultimately gamma rays. And what we get on Earth is light rays, means light, infrared, and all that. So that means it doesn't come from sun, it comes from where?
Sir,
So interesting it is. Actually, what happens is that the gamma ray which is produced inside the core of the sun, makes elastic scattering inside, and that scattering takes place for roughly about 1 lakh year before one gamma ray comes out as a light ray. In that elastic scattering, means, what happens is that the frequency changes.
energy.
Frequency becomes less, but it takes a lot of time to come out of that core of the sun, because the core is so dense. It takes about 1 lakh year. So the sun rays which you are getting of today was produced roughly about 1 lakh years back in the sun. And you are getting it now. And the peak is somewhere in the infrared side. So luckily, had there been more X-rays and gamma rays, no life was possible on Earth. Rajiv ji, would you like to say something about our Chhat Puja and some science behind it and all this?
I would like to say something. So let's ask my co-pilot for that question.
Oh, good.
Yeah. And then Aryan, if you want, like if you have any topic in your mind, or I can identify a topic for you, you can also publish an article. I can help you to publish an article in a magazine.
Good.
Think about it. So now let's ask Chat GPT, not Chat GPT. Chat GPT is different now. Let me ask my co-pilot.
Yes.
Want to see my screen?
Yes.
So so what I did, I just opened blank page. Okay, blank page. And then I will ask my co-pilot, what is the significance of
Oh, is it?
yeah.
Okay.
So now it will say, okay, if you want to keep it or if you want to modify. So let's say keep it, and then we'll review. So now see how many pages he has created. It has created. Significance of Chhat Puja, an ancient festival of devotion and gratitude. Okay, so see the Chhat Puja and Chhat Puja, ancient Hindu festival dedicated to the. See in a few seconds it's created, right?
Yes.
Pilot can create any topic and then very good like PowerPoint presentations.
Yeah.
The worship of sun god Surya and his sister Chhathi Maiya, celebrated predominantly in the Indian states of Bihar, Jharkhand, and Uttar Pradesh, and Terai region of Nepal. See, sometimes we don't even know it, and it creates like everything. This festival is a time of immense devotion, historical. Let's say. One popular legend like Mahabharata, where Draupadi and the Pandavas performed a similar ritual to seek blessings of the sun god. So, Om Prakash ji, like you were talking about the Kunti and others, right? So, yes, Pandava started. Which of Lord Rama and Sita offering prayers to Surya upon return from Ayodhya after 14 years exile. That makes also sense, right? Like on Diwali they came and then they did that Surya Puja.
Yes.
It had a root in the Vedic period. So so nicely it creates it, right? The 4-day rituals, Nahai Khai,
Yeah. Yes.
Karna. And every details, each and every details you will see here. Sandhya Arag, Usha Arag. Cultural significance. So it will tell you everything. See? What do you think, Aryan? About my co-pilot? Social and environmental impact. See? And then if you will say, okay, create a PowerPoint, any topic, you will do in a few seconds, 50 slides will be ready for you. Modern day celebrations.
Sir, this is a app, yeah. This is any application.
This is a co-pilot, Microsoft co-pilot. And it is there
Microsoft.
in all applications, right? If I have to send an email, I have to just type, okay, send an email, or this will be the topic. It will create a whole lot of things in the email. If I have to do any presentations, I'll just say, okay, create a presentation, and your slides will be ready.
So
And
sir,
then,
so sir, just I open my Outlook and my manager tell me, please, please describe the material functionality issue. What you think about it? So I want to mail to him. How
yeah,
we can summarize it?
what you can do in that case, let's see, I'll tell you. If you have any documentations, right, you can attach your documentations and it will summarize it.
Okay.
And
Okay.
point of view. Like, each bullet points it will create for you. Okay. This types of article, like, this is very niche thing, right? The Chat Puja. It creates such a nice way. Then think about like any other topics we can easily do it in a few seconds. Similarly in PowerPoint also, right? Like if you want to create any PowerPoint, just type it and it will create it for you. Just switch on your Copilot. Yeah, this is my Copilot. Right? And if you want to, let's say, Om Prakash, like in your case, right? If you want to create with any presentation, it will ask you, create a presentation about or create a presentation from file. Like if you have any file, any documentation, let's say, just selecting anything, right? Let's say showcase your scenario, Baba Dham Yatra. Let's say I created something, Baba Dham Yatra. Either just typing something or like even Chhat Puja, right? And then select that and then tell him to create it. That's it. It created so nice article for Baba Dham Yatra, right? That's just testing my Copilot. So I was thinking will not understand Baba Dham.
Yeah, it has become so nice that now students will have less interaction with the teachers.
Yeah, exactly. And then it's any questions, right? Like this is like in the stage right now. See, your Baba Dham Yatra slides are ready now.
That's quite relevant. I can see that it's quite relevant what it is finding.
Correct. If you see all the introductions and then pictures also, historical significance.
So, what does the co-pilot say about Trump and Harris?
Okay, let's ask.
Yes.
It's complex. Yeah, it's all those rituals and offerings. How will you do everything? See, couple of things you have which you have to say that impact on society. There's pictures, but I also created like our ashrams, right? Banprasth ashrams, pictures and other things. It created one picture, and I told, hey, this is old. Can you create this in modern way? And it created immediately in a modern way.
Okay. Aryan wants to ask you a question. Aryan, go ahead. Hello, Aryan.
No, sir, I had a question about science.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, like when matter is consisted of energy only, because we know the formula E equals to mc square 2. And sir, but what happens if we take light and compress into a particle? Is that going to happen? Can light be turned into a particle?
No, light. See, well, let us say, suppose, for example, when say, for example, electron and positron, when they meet, they produce gamma ray or X-ray, whatever it is. So there are ways in which the reverse a light ray also can produce it. So there is nothing to stop it actually. But it needs it. Only thing is that this is an electromagnetic wave, so it needs some interaction with the electromagnetic field to produce things.
Okay, sir.
But E is equal to mc square only says that the energy and mass, they are equivalent, means mass. So energy can be converted to a mass, and mass can be converted to energy.
Sir, but I think so photons are massless.
Yeah, photons are massless. So, like say positron and electron, when they combine, they have masses. But when they combine, they produce gamma rays. So, what happened to the mass? It just got converted into energy.
Sir, but it cannot be this process reversed.
Yeah, it needs a special electromagnetic field where it happens. It can do that.
Okay. So is the answer yes?
Yeah, provided the light meets with some electromagnetic interaction, there, so it can produce, and it does produce.
Okay, sir.
So, see, the quantum mechanics has made it now very complicated in the sense that electron behaves like a wave and a particle, and so does a photon behaves like a particle and a wave. Only property which the distinction is there that the photon doesn't have a mass, but then it's energy, and there is the equivalence of mass and energy.
So, like in the start of the Big Bang, when a particle was created, so then it would have an antimatter pair also, right?
Sure.
So,
Exactly,
sir,
you are very correct.
sir, wouldn't that mean that both of them will collide and make photons only?
Yeah, they were doing that. They were doing that. So it can happen that way also. But the most intriguing question which is there, which you young people have to understand, that during the Big Bang, matter and antimatter was created in equal amount. But somehow the antimatter has vanished from the universe. There is more of matter and less of antimatter. What is the reason behind it? Nobody knows up till now. Why is that? एंटीमैटर किधर वैनिश कर गया है और
No, sir,
क्यों
I think
किया
so.
है?
I think so. It would be created one more. There was one particle created, but with no antimatter particle. That can be one of the reasons also. There was one more particle extra.
No, I do not know what you are saying. No, there cannot be any. I do not know what you mean by extra.
Like, sir, if the universe just forgets to make one particle's antipair, that can be one of the reasons that we are here only.
Well, this is a very hypothetical answer you are giving.
Yes, sir.
There are no evidences for this. But this vanishing of the antimatter is something which has surprised people, and someday people like you will find the answer to this.
Okay, sir. Sir, but I have one more question.
Yes.
If the dinosaur killer asteroid were to struck the Earth again, would it cause extinction for the humans?
Rajiv ji has gone away, so Rajiv ji was the right person to answer this question. I don't know whether no human beings have been. You see, it's 65 million years ago. Well, if human beings would have been there, the dinosaurs would have really killed them. But now human beings have become so powerful that if dinosaurs come now, I don't think that we will become extinct. We will learn how to fight them. Do you think so?
Sir, but the dinosaurs were more in number than our species. But So then how that they went extinct?
No, they went extinct because of the rise in temperature.
Sir, but how
See, the rise in temperature, first of all, what happened is that it destroyed the vegetation. Vegetation destroying means all the animals who were dependent on the vegetation started dying, you see. Then second problem with the dinosaur was that it's the insulation property of the skin was very poor. So the rise of temperature made a really, I mean, almost, not almost, it is the rise of temperature really killed them because they could not, the insulation of the skin was not so good. And the other reason was that the vegetation went away, so there was no food also.
Sir, but like if that were to happen, it will only affect half of the globe because it was, I think, so not so big to cause global damage.
Yeah, this is a hypothetical question. But since already now people are able to find out the genes of the dinosaur, someday you will find out of those genes, dinosaurs can come up in the lab.
Sir, I think so. I have read somewhere about this topic only.
Yeah.
Around 95 million years ago, what happened? That India was breaking apart from the supercontinent, and that the Deccan traps were there that released millions of tons of carbon dioxide, and the emission went from about 90. It went from 385,000, 350,000 years. So that released trillions of tons of mass. What you can call carbon dioxide. But after that time, what happened? It also spewed. It was also spewing lava also with the carbon dioxide. So what happened? And at that time, what was happening? The temperature was rising 20 or 30 degrees more, and the final blow was made by the asteroid which struck the Earth. But if the Deccan traps were not there in India, we would not be so advanced, or we would not be here only. So thanks to India, we are here.
Yeah, good statement. No, actually, when the meteorite, the asteroid, when it struck this one, no, first there was rise in temperature, then the smoke went up, and then there was a fall in temperature. It went in both the directions. So, in both the directions, it damaged the earth quite a lot. So that most of the 95% of the living beings, they perished. Well, this figure is something which is approximate.
Sir, but
Cockroach was the only living thing which escaped.
sir, no, sir. Shark has been living for 400 million years, and it had made 2 trips around the galaxy. So imagine the vast amount of time he had been there. 400 million years.
Oh, no,
I,
this I didn't know actually. Yeah, maybe, yes, you're correct.
and we are only about 10 to 6 million years old.
Most of the um, uh, most of the mammals and living things which were in the sea escaped this asteroid falling on the earth.
Yeah.
So they were not very much affected. So life continued there, but
Yes.
on the surface, the life almost extinguished.
Okay. Sir, but the India story that I had told, this theory is accepted by most of the people. Now it is known as the truth, the India theory. Because of the Deccan traps, we were here. And sir, around, I think so, there was an supernova close to us, that wiped our what we call species, the entire species of Earth, and I think so. I do not know the name of that period, but it is speculated that a supernova happened near it, and that is why it got extinguished. So yeah,
I have not heard about it. This supernova being very near to us.
sir,
So
sir,
whosoever is telling must give evidence of it.
sir, no, it happened a long time ago when the I think so, dinosaurs were also not there.
Hmm. No, you're saying that there was a supernova very near to the solar system, is it?
Yes, sir.
I do not know about this. I would look for some evidence before making this statement.
And sir, good evening, Dinesh, sir.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, sir. I also request to Dinesh sir to join this session today.
Oh,
Sir, I'm taking from Pune. The Diwali is still continuing, so you will get some disturbance in sound, but otherwise, I'm with you.
yeah, Dinesh ji, welcome to our platform.
Thank you, sir.
Could you tell a few things about yourself so that other people also know about you?
Sir, I'm Colonel Dinesh, recently retired from Indian Army. I
Okay.
do freelance coaching for UPSC, NDA, and CDSE. I'm BTech Electronics, MTech Computer Science, MBA Supply Chain Management, Logistic Management, and pursuing PhD. From Madhubani,
Oh,
Bihar, settled in Pune. Have two kids. One is in Air Force, other is in Merchant Navy.
oh, Dinesh ji, you are very much welcome to this group. You are the right person who can guide many of the young people who are part of this. Of course, nowadays, because of puja and all that, the attendance is very poor. But very
Yes,
soon we will have, because Pankaj ji is working hard on these things. So we'll have many young people and who would
right,
like to learn from you. And there are
sir.
many people from different countries who are there part of it. So you are
Yes,
very much welcome. I think you are the right person who would also enlighten us.
thank you, sir. I'll put in my best to learn from each other, sir.
Yeah, Aryan is already asking you a question.
Okay.
Hello, Aryan, go ahead.
Sir, I had to say something about the thing that we have discussed. Sir, that thing that we have mentioned was about 400 million years ago and was the end of the Devonian period, which about 75% of the species on Earth died. So yeah, this
Sure.
was the end of the Devonian period.
Yeah, but why did they die, by the way?
Sir, because of the supernova that what we call exploded near our solar system and it destroyed the ozone layer, and it took around 10 to 15 million years to just recover the ozone layer.
Oh, yeah, but frankly speaking, I didn't know about this, that supernova explosion did this. But then how near it was, I think supernovas are very far away from this solar system.
Sir, around 100 to 60 light years. This was around this.
What is the evidence of that? What is the evidence of supernova explosion?
Sir, I think so because of the radiation found there. Sir, because of the radiation, I think so.
No, I think, okay, the scientists who are making this claim, they have to be more specific, come up with some very solid evidence, because this is quite an interesting, the supernova exploding. By the way, there is one information I will give you. In 1054 AD, there was a supernova explosion, and the whole sky was shining in day and night for almost 15 to 20 days. But you'll be surprised that all the astronomers in other countries, they noted this event, but in India, they never noted this event. So we are really very curious that why in India they did not take note of this, except that somewhere someone says that it is something that because human beings have become very corrupt, so God is trying to punish us. But that's there is no record by the astronomers that there was a light for 15 days in day and night, brighter than sun. That happened in 1054. But nowadays, you know, with telescopes, people keep on discovering so many explosions taking place, but very far away. Supernova exploding is not a very rare event. It keeps on happening in the universe.
Sir, I think so. One of the oldest records of the solar supernovas were in ancient India around 4500 BCE. This was the oldest supernova evidence that we have till now.
It's okay. Where from did you get this information?
Sir, I think the internet only.
No, internet is, see, as a person of science, you must try to, even in internet, no, half the things are not correct. So you must examine them properly before accepting them. Don't accept unless you are sure about it. So people who make claims, they have to explain as to why they think so. Dinesh, would you like to tell us some few things about, for young people, something about science or something? Today is a science day in this Pankajji's platform.
Sir, science is simplest thing which solves so many mysteries which we don't know. And fortunately, if we get good teacher for science, it's interesting and one can learn. But I won't be able to say long on this. One can ask me questions, and it has been my endeavor to go to normal government colleges, engineering colleges, and medical colleges, and they are explaining small things, small concepts of science, like how electricity is generated, what is magnetism, what are fundamental rules, these things. But unfortunately, the current days teaching in India, there we are not explaining these concepts in a simpler language. So if some student is there with us today or in future, it will be my endeavor to simplify the basics of science.
Oh, that's very nice. That is what we want actually for young people to. Aryan wants to ask you a question. Yes, Aryan?
Sir, what is your profession?
My profession is teaching.
Okay. So,
Otherwise, I am an army officer.
okay. Sir, I am also preparing for the Sanic school, etc. RSM. Yeah.
What's your age?
Sir, I am right now 11.
11 means class 5/6.
Yes, sir.
You are in class 5.
No, sir, I am in 6th.
But Sainik school takes in class 6. Na? Admission is there in class 6. Na?
Yes, sir.
So,
Sir, I have already taken that and cracked the Sanic school, but didn't want to go there.
why?
Sir, sir, because I wanted to join the RMS and what can call the ISRO also. So I thought I would give another chance to myself by
Good.
cracking RMS and Yuvika exam of ISRO. If that would happen, I would be very happy.
I'm happy to interact with you It's a great thing to clear Sainik school exam. That means you have got potential. Kindly have aim and maintain your aim. You can achieve anything in life. Two things should be clear. One is having an aim, that is fixing an aim and maintaining it.
Let's welcome Amarnath ji also, who has joined us now.
Hello,
Hello,
everybody.
Amarnath ji. How are you spending your
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. Amar sir.
Good evening.
We were discussing the scientific aspects of Chhat, where we learned that the sun is the something which needs to be worshipped and which is done only in Mithila. Hello.
Yeah, we have too many celebration. Yeah, I think it's okay to worship, but I think in India we have too many celebration. I don't know how can we sustain economy if we spend so much time in worship.
See, we have so many celebrations that after September, no, October, November, and almost half of December, people are in celebration mood.
Yeah. So I mean, it's in this age, if you take a whole quarter in celebration, where will the economy go? I think this need to be cut down. This need to be reduced.
Yeah, but you should not cut down Chhat because that is we are worshipping sun, which is really worthy. Sun is really worth worshipping.
Well, I mean, the same thing can be said for the other things too, right?
For
So,
example,
if you ask somebody that, hey, cut down the Diwali or Durga Puja, some people will object. They will give you the reason that how can you eliminate the Durga Puja, right? So, but somehow we have to figure it out. You cannot be celebrating. I mean, festival is good. Fall and spring. I mean, there has to be a limit. You have to earn money too. Like, so that is what I'm saying. That this is not such a lot of time we could do it, but as we are transitioning now to industrial economy, you cannot close industries for all these festivities.
yeah, I think today we have Dinesh ji from Pune, who is an army officer and also a computer scientist. He has also joined us.
Oh, very nice. Hello,
And,
Dinesh. Yeah.
and Dinesh ji, Amarnath ji, he stays in USA. And he's a man who made his hands dirty with semiconductors.
Oh, great, sir.
Yeah. So he was part of the revolution, semiconductor revolution in USA with IBM and other organizations.
Great to interact with you, sir.
Same here.
Sir, what is the future of semiconductor in India, sir? How do you see it? You must be seeing from outside. How much time will it take to achieve self-sustain
Now
in semiconductor?
semiconductor revolution is now almost it is it is like in the final stage. It's the end of life type of situation now. It has already gone there. It it's over. It's now. I mean, now we are hoping that there will be some other revolution. We need semiconductor, whatever it could do. It has done in last 40, 50 years, and now it is pretty much coming to a point where you cannot do this transistor making any further. You cannot go. It's coming to the limit, and so we'll have to now depend on some new technology. I don't know what is that going to be, but yeah, currently yeah, every country needs a lot of semiconductor because that's what all the machines are nothing but nowadays. Uh, you use semiconductor for everything, right? So you have to make it, you have to do mass manufacturing, and otherwise you have to buy it. But development wise, research wise, I think pretty much it has stagnated now.
I think so. The first semiconductor chip plant in India would be in Gujarat by 2026, right?
I don't know exactly when they're going to do it. I mean, they could have done it like in 70s, and 80s, and 90s, but India missed the boat. Surprised that nobody realized in the politician circle that it's such an important industry. And now you see it's too late. You know, it's like you are the last one to come to a party. Yeah, but still it is. I mean, we need it, so we have to manufacture it. Um, but the advantage which you get in coming developing a new technology, we miss that. We didn't become part of the new development. So all the money and all the technical advantage, uh, we could have taken in last 30, 40 years. We didn't take it. So we missed the boat, but still it is not late. We have to do it. Because you cannot make any machine nowadays without using the computer chips, right? From telephone, your car, your refrigerator, anything you can think of. So still there is future. Still there is future. There is no doubt about it. We still should, because we have to use them. It's like becoming like you have to grow the rice because uh, you cannot live without it. So even though it is a matured process of growing rice, but you don't have a new research and development going on there, but you have to do it.
Sir, as of now, which country is doing research on semiconductor other than D5s? Where is India standing in producing semiconductor 10 years from now?
Well, India is almost at the bottom. India doesn't have anything happening research-wise in the semiconductor. So that's what I was explaining, that India missed the boat. Right now, of course, the USA is still the leader. And then the manufacturing-wise, if you look at it, then Taiwan has one of the very good company who are very good at manufacturing, and so they are doing manufacturing part, but research and development is still the United States. And then there are other countries who are also good in semiconductor. China is trying to uh, uh, come up very fast. So China has the financial power and technical power. So I think the United States down the road, China will be the second country in semiconductor coming up. And then other players are like everybody, like Taiwan. I mean, there's uh, South Korea, like Samsung, and you have Japan, of course. So basically, it is United States. There is some pockets in Europe, and then Far East is more more in this: China, Taiwan, South Korea, and Japan. So that's where primarily the semiconductor activities are happening. Other people are just a user of it. They are not developing, and because it's very, it's not that something you can just start like that. You need very heavy investment. Also, you need the infrastructure for everything. So it's a lot of planning, a lot of collaboration, because there are so many different types of companies you need, materials you need. Um, all the basically almost half of the materials which you see on the periodic table are used, and they all need to be in the pure form. So that's why it's a huge infrastructure, like chemical infrastructure, material infrastructure. Everything is in the purest form you need to do. Then machine has to be also at that level that it's so which can handle all these purity, and so all the machines are being made right now in the Western countries or United States. Manufacturing is done right now at different part of the world, but now China is trying to do the both. Uh, all the different types of machineries needed. China is coming up in that at a very fast rate. United States is still of course, at the top. And manufacturing wise, many other countries are coming up, like India is trying to do. Taiwan is, of course, leading right now. Yeah, Aryan, you have question?
Sir, I have a question. Why is America so controlling?
Why is America
So controlling over the other countries in the world?
it's not controlling, it's just because it has a technological edge. So if the person has knowledge, it's a knowledge-based society. So they are controlling the research and development. Other people are just in the class. There is a one student who comes first. He makes 95% marks, and the second and third students makes like 70 or 60% marks. It is not fault of the first student. Second and third students and other students, if they are not studying hard, that is their problem. So that is what is happening. America, it is a free world, free country. It's not controlling. It's it's efficient, you can call it. It's more efficient than others. This is only 500 years old country. And look at it, in the 500 years only, India is like 7,000 years old country. China is 5,000 years old country. So all other civilization are older than the American civilization. It's a very new country, but
Sir?
there is a respect. Yeah.
Sir, I
Go
have
ahead.
something to say. Like when
What?
the British rule was finished, we were at square zero, and then we progressed more and more, and it is only been 75 years. So we have done a lot in the 75 years, and the US is mostly dependent on the immigration that is happening, because the people want to go there. Because if not, then America would not be America. It would be not top one.
Well, so you have answered the questions yourself. So first question is, why the immigrants come to America? Why can't they stay in their own country? Nobody is going to ask them to come, right? I mean, look at it for myself. I am in America. America didn't invite me to come to America. I came on my own, right, as an immigrant. I could have stayed in India, but I decided to come to America, right? So same way, every immigrants are freely coming to America. Nobody is bringing like slave labor or anything like that. So what is the motivation for individuals? There are 2, 3 different motivations. Sometimes it is the knowledge that, for example, I was engineer. I wanted to work in the latest technology. That was my motivation. That's why I came to America. Some people come for the quality of life. So there are different reasons. But the thing is that United States is able to utilize the talent of the world, and then utilizing the talent, it's further strengthen itself, its economy, its technology. Other countries are not able to do it. India, why not? India is doing the same thing, or say for example, Japan is doing thing, or Britain is doing it. Why only? So that is why they are on the top, because they have figured out efficient way of running their society. So you cannot blame them why they are successful. They are not controlling, they are successful. And that success is because they have a very good systems. They have they honor merit. They have a very good education systems. They have very good discipline systems. So everything together, when all the things are working together, they are on the top. Even though they have only a fraction of population, this country is only maybe what I forget what is the population, but definitely it is 1/3 of India. And the second part, yeah, sir, Dinesh ji, yes, please.
33 crore population of USA.
Uh,
Population of USA is 33 crore, sir. India 140.
yeah. So exactly, it is 1/4 of the population, and so it is not a very population-wise. China and India, there are many other countries who are ahead of USA. So think about it. There are more people in other countries than United States. So what makes it so? And then, like you said, it's only the one other comment which you made. I think you should think about it. You said that India is only 75 years old country in a way because British left. This is the wrong thing taught in school. You know, this is the wrong impression we get that we were nothing, we had nothing, and then when the Britain left, we started from ground zero. We are very old civilization. We have always been there, and this is politics. It happens that whoever is powerful, they will absorb the other countries one way or other ways, influence the other countries. So British were they had the more technology. India lacked. Why did the Bauer come and conquer India? Because Bauer has a more technology. That's why they were successful. Muslims entered India, and then similarly, even the British were more powerful, more technically strong. So they were able to eliminate the Muslim rulers. So it is the technology which differentiates. And the strength of the United States is that it's going after technology. The rule here is that their goal is that we always want to be number one in technology. United States. So that's why you see that everything new is developing in United States. Why didn't the telephone come from other country? Why didn't the computer come from other country? Look at it, everything. Car came from this country, right? Who went to the moon first? So their goal is that in all technologies, they want to stay ahead of everybody else. And because of that, so when you do the technology development, I was just giving an example of semiconductor industry. In the beginning, you can sell it at a very expensive price. For example, you remember when there is a mango season, the early mangoes are sold at a very high price. And then when all the mango, like everywhere is mango, then price goes down, right? It becomes like very sasta mein har jagah mango milega. So same thing happened in semiconductor industry. Those who started industry in 80s and 90s, they sold semiconductor at very high price. Now, if you go to make the semiconductor yourself, you have to you have to sell it at a very sasta price, cheap price. So that is the difference. In technology, if you develop in early part, you can sell it at high price. You also take economic advantage of it. But if you do it later, then if you're late, then yes, you can still make some profit, but you will not make as profit as much as you could do. You could have done it in the earlier stage. So keep in mind that.
Sir,
Yeah, yeah.
sir,
Go
but
ahead.
sir, because of the corrupt government, we could not make it to the economic power because China stole our what we call idea of SEZs, special economic zones, and what happened? China's better execution led to more of economic growth, and because of a corrupt government at the Indira Gandhi time, we were not able to what we call get a head start on economy. So because
Yes.
of that thing, we were
Yeah.
left
So now,
behind.
but like I said, that whatever the region, but we fail to be the stay. I mean, be on the top, right? I mean, we all have the regions, but the thing is that we missed the boat. That's what they call it. That we were not, we were corrupt or whatever it was. That all these things are reason why we were not successful, and we should learn from that. That how can we? I mean, still it is not late. Are we learning from our history? That what mistakes? So India was very good in the beginning, like 5,000 years back or 4,000 years back. Even if the 2,000 years back, if you go, India was ahead of the other countries in everything. We developed basic sciences. We had, new ideas coming up. We knew that Earth is round. We knew zero. We knew a lot of mathematics which you have there. There was idea of all those things there. Binomial theorem, even so. Mathematically, we were very strong, and gradually, I mean, somehow I don't know. That's a very debatable subject. Why we started rather than focusing on physics, we started focusing on metaphysics. That was the wrong turn. That is where the whole problem began. You know, that rather than doing the uh, uh, working on the developing the society in industrial physics, chemistry, mathematics, we started focusing on more on rituals, puja part. And then, I mean, that's what we're talking, that if you do it for three months puja part, September, October, November, that is one quarter of the year. Imagine. So we cannot be successful with somebody if somebody is working for 12 months and we only work for 9 months, there is no way we can compete. You know, in America, we have only 2-3 holidays where there is only one holiday, Christmas time, that this country is closed for a whole week. Christmas, that's it. Christmas week is this country doesn't work. So only in a year there is a 1 week when offices and everything is closed for whole week. Otherwise, everything is open year round. All right, so let's talk about something else.
Amar sir, hello sir.
Yes, yeah.
Sir, but today I see the survey, European country, US country do the every day working hours the 6 hours, but Indian are do the 12 hours working. today I'm listen this survey.
What do you mean by that? I didn't understand the question.
Sir, one survey
What do
is
you mean by
coming
12
out.
hours? What do you mean by
Yeah,
12 hours or 6 hours? I mean, just explain this one to the team here.
sir, not understand what you say.
No, I mean, what I'm not clear about this statement you made, that survey you saw. What do you mean by that? Mallik, are
Okay,
you
okay,
clear
okay.
about
So
what you
Indian,
trying to say?
Indian do the hard working every day. But European country, US country, they have to achieve more besides the Indians. That's why I was telling it.
Oh, so okay. So so what is okay? So you want to know why is that one? Okay. So your question is about the productivity. So so productivity is that if you do the manual work yourself, like we call it one man's work, you know. So that's what say one can do. But if the man instead of just using the two hands, I take example of irrigation. A person, if I am using old system of balti, lota, and we try to irrigate my fields, you know, by that way, I can irrigate only a small piece of land. But if I use a pumping set, I am still using it for same time. I can irrigate like 10 times more field, right? So same thing, same here. The Western society is dependent on technology a lot. They are using more technology. So everybody is consuming more electricity. When I was in high school, I used to when I learned first time that Americans consume more electricity and more iron than Indians. I did not understand what it means that time. So, but now I understand what it means is that they are utilizing more machines and more electricity means they are more technically savvier than us in India. We are still doing the manual type of thing. We are not utilizing a lot of machines. Americans do. So that's why when they use the machines, their product, they make more product compared to us, because machine is uh, machine doesn't cost that much of like human. You know, it can work only on. You don't have to give any salary to it. So that's why is what you see that what it takes 6 hours to produce something in the United States or say Western world, India or even all other countries, it will take 12 hours because we are trying to do it manually. That thing. Okay? So that is where it is. So the more industrialization is, whichever is more industrialized, their productivity is higher. They are able to produce more because now they are using machine. That's why in the United States there is more focus on automation. They are trying to utilize as much as because human are the most expensive one, and so everything which human does, if you transfer that task to machine, and if the machine can do that, then it will be very cheap, cheap, and that is that is why Western countries are able to produce more for the same input than you know for the same input. Output is way much higher in the Western world and United States. Hope that is clear. Is that clear to you? What I'm trying to
Yes,
say?
sir. Yes, 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 sir. This is smart work and hard work is the difference between.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
yeah,
It's the
yes.
machines makes difference. This is the industrial revolution happening in the
Mhm,
Western world. So they have been
mhm.
utilizing industrial all these things much more higher level than what we are doing. We are industrializing now. We are gradually going there. So there will be a time when we are also industrialized. Then our output will be equally good like them. Okay. But for example, if you take the Indians in America, our output is the same as any other American because we are also using the same type of systems, machines.
Hello.
Yeah, Balje.
Yeah, yeah, Manojji, so you are, but there is one interesting. I think what is the time? Okay, today on the Indian TV channels, the
Yeah.
gentleman Tyson. Tyson, do you know the Tyson who is he's popularizing science in USA.
Mm.
Tyson deep race or something says. So his interview was being done today on the Indian channel, mostly in
Mm.
connection with what he thinks about India in the space race. But then there is an
Yeah.
important point he made, one very interesting point, that you, when Russia, you see, technology-wise in the 50s, Russia was turned out to be going ahead of USA. His opinion. I mean, this is not my. In the
Yeah. Yeah. Got it.
50s, Russia was going ahead, like say, he put the first satellite in the orbit. It put the first human being in the orbit. It put first woman in the orbit. It put first dog in the orbit. You know. So and that instigated Americans that no, we got to do something much bigger actually than the Russians, because they thought Tyson was telling that people started convincing John F. Kennedy that you have to give us more support so that we do something bigger, and that turned out to be that landing on the moon. Now once again he was saying, Tyson, that China is giving a very big challenge to USA, and it's the way it is moving fast and the kind of expenditure that it is making in the science and technology side. So once again the Americans are afraid of it. Do you think so?
Yes. Yes. It is exactly the situation because if Chinese people are very smart people, and like I was saying that in the semiconductor industry, for example, they realize that is a very important industry, uh, and they jumped into it. And now, even though United States is trying to slow them down because they're not allowing many uh, high-end machines to be sold to China. So what China did it, China started developing all those machines, and gradually they are coming up, and it's posing challenge now. Of course, they cannot make the latest chips, but they can make chips now on their own, based on their own machines, without buying anything from outside. So that is a big. This is just an example. So China is basically their planning system is such that in every scientific field, latest whatever is coming up or it is uh, important, they want to uh, they want to be on the top. That is their desire. Okay, and of course their strong desire is they want to be number one. They want to replace United States in everything. So that is desire of Chinese individual and China as a country, and they are hardworking people. We have to realize that Chinese are very hardworking people, and they are very good in also reproducing things. You tell them something to do, you teach them something to do, and they are very good at all these things, and they are catching up everywhere. Wherever the United States has air, they are catching up with all those items, technologies, and then also trying to go into new areas. And so United States is definitely afraid that if the China goes ahead, then of course once you are ahead, then it takes a long time to beat, right? Right law, like nobody is able to beat United States, and China is trying to do that game, and then it will reverse. If the China goes on the top, then United States will do the catch up, and not necessarily nobody knows what will be the future. So and it is a good thinking to have. We should always be a little bit scared of others. That is how the technology develops, because otherwise it doesn't. If you know that there is no competition, and there is whatever you have, that is good enough, right? So going back to what happened uh, in the in the modern industrial revolution, if you look at it, it is only the Second World War that Germany, like 1930s onward, we have really been at a very high pace scientific growth. So what happened? That before the Second World War, Germany wanted to be on the top. That was Germany's desire. So they started doing all the research and development in different scientific areas, and then they were ahead in many things from United States. And then it culminated in the Second World War, which also refueled a lot of research and development, because everybody was access power as well as the Western power. We both were trying to be ahead, and that is what fueled into development of new things. For example, jet engine came into that one, all the balloon technology, gases, this, that, atomic bomb came. All this was because both parties, there are two teams, German team and then American Western team, like British, led by British, and they wanted to be ahead. So that was fueling the technological development. Then, after the Second World War, it became the Russian. So now it becomes Russian versus the Western powers and the United States leading. And that is the technological war continues, and that gave you another new leg of development in the scientific field. And now the third phase is coming up: China versus United States led. So in a way, it is good. I like that, because when the two powers, they try to have the technological edge, they are forcing themselves to come up with the new science and new technology. So you should be happy about it. This is the healthy competition. So new things will come. Of course, there will be like from that will be the question, that who is able to utilize it for more for the destruction, or who is going to utilize it for the scene. But yes, so next battle is going to be between India and not India, Chinese, and of course, let's see how it goes.
Yeah, I think who knows, India might give a surprise, by the way.
Yeah, maybe India will learn, and then we will be the one. I mean, look at it. In a way, Right now, we are fighting the proxy war. The Indian scientists and engineers, we are only like 2% of this country. And do you know our influence in research and development is 20% in the United States? We heavily influence so you are participating proxy war with China right now in developing the technology. Because in India, we don't have the infrastructure, so we are not able to do it. But that's why I was telling you to come in the 80s, you didn't want to come. And otherwise, you did.
So, Dinesh
this
ji, you want to
country,
make some comment?
And sir,
It was nice interacting with you. Learned lots of things. Thank you very much. Look forward to join you again, sir.
Yeah, but do you have some comments on this? India, China,
please
USA.
come. It is a very good forum. I mean, this is what I like. I want to thank Pankaj for organizing this.
Sir, this is my personal view.
Anything?
We are more democratic. Uh, we are more democratic. We can't ape China. We can be
Go ahead.
we can be better than USA in coming times. By 2050, lots of students say that we may cross them and something new will happen. Something new in the science and technology. We are more hardworking. We have got consumer power with us. So, and with the support of Western countries, things will be good for India. This is my pray to God. Not much of conviction, but yes, with spread of science, what Germany did in 1930, they taught all students science and technology. It was compulsorily taught to complete German students. They changed their syllabus. Whatever I have heard from it, that is, they started teaching basic science to all students. They started teaching war machines to high schools. So if we spread education in India, if we spread science and technology in India, we can be superpower in coming times. This is my personal view, sir.
Yeah, with that note, do you think that Pankaj, it's 9:30, so is it?
yes, sir. So luckily, Dinesh sir, Amarnath sir, and you are from Madhubani district. So I request you, please say something in Maithili language. It will also very good, sir. Yes, sir.
हम गप करो कि चतुरानंद जी करता है मैथिली में गप
नहीं अहीं करू
खूब खूब नीक लागल सर
बहुत बढ़िया रहे।
So what I suggest,
जी
Pankaj,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
भूल गए, काम नहीं